How training progress can improve efficiency in your business while developing and retaining a happy, confident team. Training Progress is a simple platform which bridges the gap between process management and training. Training methods can be self-directed, peer-to-peer teaching, or more formal, but always based on a core process. By integrating training and process management, inductions are swift and effective, so that new team members are productive as quickly as possible. Also, just as importantly, they are happy, confident, and retained in your business. This is a Training Progress homepage. Each member of your team gets their own login to the Training Progress platform. This is the first step to devolving responsibility for training through the team, which is great because it reduces the training burden on your senior team members. Let's look at how the training program ensures that your team members are being trained consistently to your business's processes, and so improving the efficiency of your business, reducing waste, reducing stress, and saving time and money. The training program is delivered in bite-sized chunks so that training can be fitted into the working day, making it easy for your team to achieve. Users are only presented with the work they need to do this month, so they don't become overwhelmed with a large volume of training tasks. The system builds a personalized training program for each team member based on their job role. So they are only presented with the training that they need, keeping it relevant to maintain user engagement. This list represents work areas like chapters within the training. Clicking on a work area displays a list of tasks or elements. Clicking again reveals the details of the element. There is a list of expected learner outcomes, which inform the trainee what they need to know, understand, demonstrate, or do to be able to pass the element. The notes section can contain links to external websites, allowing you to schedule all your training together, even if it's delivered by external providers. You can also produce your own videos or e-learning to bring variety to your training content and improve engagement. The flexibility of the platform allows the training content to be built around the learning needs of your team. The second tab displays the process documents for the element, thus ensuring the training is consistent. Our assessment methods make training progress unique. Assessment takes two forms, either self-assessment or trainer assessment. Let's demonstrate the difference and the benefits they bring. The first type of assessment is self-assessment. Team members become accountable for their actions, but it also gives them a sense of ownership of their learning and reduces the need for input by managers, whilst maintaining the quality and consistency of their training. When they are due to train on a self-assessment element, they must view the training content provided. This is a self-assessment element. I can see when it is due. I can view any notes and links to videos or resources. I can click on the Documents tab to open the documents for this element. Returning to the overview, I then read the list of expected learner outcomes, things I need to be able to do, understand, and agree to before I can request assessment. Then, sign-off is very simple, ticking the box to agree to the statement and clicking Self-Certify. This element will then move to my completed list, and I will get some points for doing the training. But often, you need more robust assessment. You need a trainer to assess that you are demonstrating the skills required for the task and working according to the business's values. In this case, the element will be set as trainer assessed. So in this case, when I have viewed the learning resources and believe that I can fulfill the expected learner outcomes, I will request assessment from a trainer. I select a trainer, ideally someone with whom I've already worked closely, by clicking on the Request to Pass button. This email is editable so that I can give information about why I should be passed. I can also attach documents as supporting evidence, such as certificates. I tick the declaration. Notice there is a level of personal accountability even when the element is going to be assessed by someone else. I then click Send. That request will be sent as a standard email, and the trainer will also see notification on their training progress homepage. We're going to follow the request to the trainer's homepage. This is the trainer's homepage. We can see that they have an assessment request waiting. Clicking on the request reveals the original email request. But they can also access the element documents and view the expected learner outcomes. Having these resources so easily accessible means that you are able to recruit more trainers from within your team. More about that later. The trainer then uses the action buttons to direct what happens next. Note the email text changes depending on which button is pressed. They can sign me off as passed. Because we work closely, they know that I'm able to fulfill the expected learner outcomes. Or request more evidence. They might want to check I've understood a specific point. Organise a meeting so that they can formally assess me in undertaking the task. They can veto the request. Or they can redirect me to another trainer. When the trainer is happy that I am ready to pass, they click Pass, edit the email and click Send. I will get points for having passed the assessment, but the trainer will also receive points for making the assessment. In doing so, the trainers are receiving recognition of the positive contribution that they are making to the organisation. Recognition is a really important factor in job satisfaction and staff retention. Let's come back to the panel of trainers on the Trainer tab. The Trainer tab shows a panel of colleagues who have all been assessed as trainers for this task. Anyone who is confident and competent to do so can become a trainer on Training Progress. This has 3 great advantages. First, it's spreading the burden of training throughout the whole team, freeing up senior team members' time while maintaining standards. Second, the process of training can be sped up, as training or assessment can be provided by available colleagues, rather than waiting for one specific trainer. And finally, your team members will receive the recognition for the training contribution they make to your business. They can be rewarded for this contribution. The system supports their role as trainer. The resulting increase in self-esteem boosts job satisfaction and team member retention. Now that training is underway, it is really simple for managers to keep track of. For example, if you are interested in a particular element, you can check the progress for this element. Not only that, but you're able to send reminders to team members who are overdue as well, making it simple to keep track and send feedback to the team. Alternatively, you can view all the reports for the work area. How many people have passed or are trainers? How many are overdue? And what percentage have passed? Click to get a breakdown of the users. A simple way to track your team training for compliance or regulatory purposes. The other way of viewing the data is to look at an individual's appraisal report. This report gives you a fantastic breadth of objective data for your team member appraisals, including how they are doing in their own training and what contributions they're making to the training of other people in the business. This activity is really important for the efficiency and effectiveness of your business. Having the data and recognizing it during team appraisals will show your team that they are appreciated and will encourage them to develop good training habits. Simple proof of training is vital evidence to protect your business from malicious litigation around lack of training. Another habit to encourage is the use of the help button, which is found on every element in the training program. We use this in a number of ways, all of which should be encouraged. First, help, literally a request for assistance on an element. Please show me how to do this, or what cupboard is this in? Make it easy for your team to ask for help, because a culture where it is good to ask will help your team gain knowledge and be more confident in their work. Second, as a tool to whistleblow if protocols are not being followed in real life. This feedback mechanism is really important to ensure that processes are being kept up to date and that team members continue to follow them. Lastly, as a contribution to the quality improvement of the process. Encouraging your team to make suggestions will greatly increase their engagement with how they are working. Again, a happy, engaged and valued team is one who will want to stay with you. Help messages will be dealt with at the time, but they will also be collated in the help report. A fantastically useful document to help you improve the quality of your processes during their annual review. That brings us to the reviewing system. In line with ISO 9001 standards, the platform reminds you to review your elements and documents on an annual basis. The red dot alerts the supervisor to an out-of-date element. We can see from the element status that a review is due. The red tab titles show us whether it is the element, document or both which are due. Previous versions of process documents are time-stamped and archived, making it easy for you to prove development of your compliant processes. Administrators are able to track whether supervisors are keeping up to date on their reviewing via their individual appraisals. Again, ensuring you thank your team members for their continuing efforts in keeping processes up to date will go a long way to improving their job satisfaction. Having a well-trained team will greatly improve the efficiency and productivity of your business, but training progress will also become the source of truth for your business, your one-stop shop for information. Your team will save the time normally spent hunting for information or calling colleagues to ask repeatedly how to do something. Our referencing features greatly contribute to this source of truth. The search feature allows you to find information on the platform, even if it is not in your training program, so you can pick up the baton if a key team member is away. If items are in your training program, however, it's a nifty way to navigate to it to request assessment or to ask for help. The hot links are also fantastic reference tools. They save time with quick access to lists, tables, checklists, contacts, etc. Information at your fingertips wherever you're working. Communication is vitally important in any organisation, and training progress comes with two fantastic communication features. The general news is a community building feature, like social media for your business. Build community so that your team feel like they belong and will want to stay. Urgent news contributes to the efficiency of your business. When a message is sent, it must be acknowledged when read. In this example, I'm able to inform my team that the courier will be arriving half an hour earlier this week. They have to acknowledge that they have read this message. I can then check who has and who hasn't seen the message. I can even send a reminder if necessary. Now I know that my team are aware that the courier is coming earlier, and I don't need to worry about delivery targets being missed. No more "I didn't get that email" responses. The last feature we'd like to highlight is Star Awards. Again, this is about recognizing and rewarding the value your team members bring to your business. It's a way of thanking team members, but also ensuring that this is recorded and available for reference in team member appraisal meetings. Carl has been really helpful recently. He stayed late when we had several team members off sick. It really helped out the business and supported his colleagues. I select him from the list, give a reason, and allocate points. I then write a thank you email to Carl to let him know his hard work is appreciated. I can also then create a message of thanks to be included in the general news feature. Praise in front of peers can be a powerful motivator. Here, you can see the thank you message is displayed in the news feature. The best bit about Star Awards is that the event is recorded in the team member's personal appraisal report, giving additional positive objective data for the next appraisal meeting, even if that is 6 months down the line. Recognition of hard work goes a long way to improving a team member's job satisfaction and so likely retention in the business. By tracking your team member training, ensuring your training is linked to the way you want your business to run, supporting your team, and recognizing the contribution they make to your business, you will significantly improve business efficiency and productivity, and undoubtedly improve team member retention. Contact our business development team on 01423 313 323 or email info@training-progress.com to help your team and business thrive.